Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
All right.
But I don't know how to start this.
Yeah, do you?
No, I said I don't.
Why do I feel like I had a story to fucking start this the other day?
Why don't you tell
Dude, I
us
tasted
about
my
how you
own
do
fucking
that?
blood the other day.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I am.
Why you're not going to introduce the podcast?
Yeah, well, I have a story about me tasting my own blood. First off, all right, because I've been having chronic nosebleeds all fucking week, dude. All fucking week, and like I think when I slept, and even not when I was driving the other day, and I started to have one, so I'm like leaning my head back and shit, and it like just goes down my throat. I think that's what upset my stomach, to be honest with you. And I just like tasted my own blood, and I was like, what the fuck?
You fucking vampire.
To be honest, like. Also, something gross is like I went to go dab my nose with a fucking napkin, and I pulled it away, and just I shit you not, a 6-inch long fucking loogie blood mix comes out of my fucking nose. I almost took a picture because of how fucking gnarly it was.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had a legitimate nosebleed probably since middle school.
I
don't know what it is, but like I haven't had one recently.
I haven't
and
had.
Now that I say that, I'm gonna go home and get like 4.
And I'm just gonna punch you in the nose.
Yeah.
Gushing blood.
All right, welcome back to the 50/50 podcast. I'm Benji.
I'm Tristan.
And we're joined today. Whoa. You're about to introduce
slow
yourself.
your roll there,
Yeah, I
pal.
will. This is
Fat boy shit.
we're joined today by our friend Tyler. And what was your two? You two know each other just from.
Yeah, well, we work together in the same place. And
what was your first interaction like? I don't think you actually told me your first interaction. You told me about Tyler before I met him, but
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember how.
I have
we
no
became
idea.
Friends. I just think we've always been like, yeah.
Really?
I remember seeing your Facebook profile because somebody mentioned you, and like your profile picture was at the time was like you wearing like your football helmet in high school or whatever. And I was like, I already hate this guy. Like he just looks like an asshole. But yeah, no. When I knew you, you had long hair.
Yeah.
Long
Chopped
hair.
all
Cool.
the stuff.
see, when I first met you, it was literally on Friendsmas, which we talked about in the last podcast. And I remember like going up to you and like hugging you, and you look like the kind of guy who would like hit me in the throat. So as I'm going for it, I'm also like prepping my face to get hit, and you just hug me back, and I was like, oh, this is so wholesome.
Yeah, see, I look like I'm super mean, but like, I
Alright,
like
let's-
hugs. No, I mean, I like hugs.
I think so. If I saw you walking down the street, I wouldn't fuck with you.
Really? You kind of just look like a soft teddy bear.
Well, yeah, but that's because you know me. Like
It's 'cause
the
he
first
is a
time
soft
you
face,
hated me when you first like saw my Facebook.
I didn't-
profile.
Probably because you were fucking intimidated, Tristan.
Hate is a strong word.
You just
I don't
said,
think I
like,
hated you. I just...
This guy looks like a cock. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It looks like he like has his jersey from high school still on the wall. What position did you play?
I played offensive line, but I was the center my senior year.
Dude, me too. I was.
I'll bet
center
you
when I played
every
football.
dime that I have in my pocket right now that he still has his football jersey.
I don't have my jersey.
You still have yours?
Fuck
I had
you.
my senior.
Yeah,
year.
you do. Don't even add him. You have you played for 1 year.
It's fine.
Did you play? How long did you play? He goes 1 year.
No, I played in kindergarten. So from 5 to 17.
Jesus. Oh, 12 fucking years.
Yeah.
Did you? So you played up until your senior year, or?
I played my senior year, but I graduated at 17. So
Damn.
Tell me he doesn't look like an off-brand sportscaster right now with that headset. Like he's sitting on the sideline calling plays.
like the next Tony Romo.
To be honest, with the country hat right now, you kind of look like you're doing it for a rodeo.
Yeah.
Can you wait? Hold on. Can you do like the auction like voice?
You're putting him on the fucking spot right now.
Dude,
I
that'd
think
be
I could
amazing
try,
if you could.
but-
You need to learn how to do it.
I will learn how to do it and get back to you.
Yeah,
Please
exactly.
do,
Next
yeah.
podcast we have
Next
you on,
podcast.
that's how we're gonna introduce you.
100%
Yeah.
will do that. You don't.
All right. I'm excited.
All right. So you asked me a question about Upchurch the rapper right before we started
Correct.
the podcast, and I want to talk about it a little bit because actually, when I first heard Upchurch, I was just like, oh, he's just like another country hip hop artist. You know what I mean? He's just another one of those. But I recently had a friend, Martel, shout out Martel, who re-showed me his like newest project and all his newest stuff, and he's kind of gotten away almost a little bit from the country scene.
Correct.
Which I kind of thought was interesting. He kind of almost moved into the conscious rapper category.
What does that mean?
Like have you ever heard the term woke rapper?
No.
Like,
Really? Like almost like a Hobson-ish type kind of guy.
I guess, sure.
So like more of like a guy who's trying to bring awareness to something, or like who is very aware of themselves.
So what is Upchurch trying to bring awareness to?
I don't know. I guess he's just more like aware of himself.
He's not doing a very good job.
He's just shut the fuck up. He's just less, almost like corny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, when I first was introduced to him, like he's from the Deep Sticks, Tennessee. Like he's that type of guy. But like as he's progressing his career and stuff, like. He's not signed to a label. Like he does all this stuff by himself.
I just feel like
he's on Billboard charts.
I just feel like it's almost because he's seen more. He's seen more in the scene, and like he's seen more like, oh fuck, like hip hop is kind of portrayed in this way, but I think I'm gonna go this way type thing.
Yeah, that's
because you see things like Redneck Soldiers who like besides their fans are kind of just looked at as like almost trashy. You know what I mean? And then there's also people like Hard Target who aren't seen as country rappers, but who do country rap. You know what I mean? Which I always thought was very, very interesting. And Upchurch is just kind of like fading away from the country rap scene.
So the first time I like saw Upchurch, I didn't realize it was Upchurch. I found out that this guy was Upchurch like maybe 3 weeks ago. But like he used to post like videos on Facebook and shit that got shared like virally.
But funny videos.
Yeah, funny videos.
So
funny
before
videos.
he got like into the music game, he was a
social media
Viner.
star.
Like when Vine was around, he was
Yeah.
very popular on Vine. And
that's
then
the
like
thing.
he made just a little jingle, and everyone was like, "Dude, that's
a
great.
hit.
Like,
That's a hit right there."
You should write a song." He goes, "Dude, that's what I've been doing the whole time. It's just I didn't think I had enough
talent
backing."
He almost like didn't have enough confidence.
Yeah.
So do you think he built his following from his funny videos and
Correct,
then used
yes.
that to
That's exactly
propel
what he
his
did.
success?
Yeah.
He's very aware of that too. That's like another thing for the whole woke thing is he knows what he's doing.
That's fire.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like so he does like he does these high ideas, or he just gets baked out and writes songs and stuff and then records them. But like I promise you, if you listen to him, they all slap. Like
Really?
He's like this generation's Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
that might be a stretch.
Let's calm down there over there,
That
right?
definitely might be a stretch. But like the last ones are super. They're just well written. Like even if
From being high, you think?
yeah, I don't know.
That's a tough area right there.
Because I mean I'm a little biased because I like him a lot, but like ever since I started listening to him, just the way that he's writing bars and stuff is
you think they're more
amazing.
well-crafted type
Yes.
thing? Which is good. I always
Because
like a well-crafted bar.
This might be a stretch too, but like he's more of a Eminem. He's like Eminem when he
In his prime?
when he talks about certain things that have multiple meanings and you don't catch one of those meanings until after you realize, like you listen to the song.
It is almost like
Multiple
if you...
times.
What?
Y'all are not comparing him to Eminem in his prime. I know you're not.
I think he means in his storytelling aspect.
Yes.
He's probably not saying that he's as good as like the Stand that came out, you know what I mean?
No,
But,
there's
like,
I mean, I guess. I picked out that one piece of information. I was like, all right.
well, also,
Let's pump the
here's the
brakes.
thing. Even if you let's say this has nothing really to do with Upchurch. Let's say in a universe he is as good as Eminem, right? No one's ever gonna admit that on the sole purpose of because he's white. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Eminem has kind of like solidified himself as like the only legendary white rapper. Because
That's not true, Macklemore.
all right, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I have mad respect for Macklemore, and I think he doesn't get enough respect, but that's
He's
pushing
very
it.
corny.
Yeah.
He's very corny, but I love Macklemore.
Yeah, and the only thing that compares is Stitches. I can't even keep a straight face.
Stitches is
So you
terrible.
saw Upchurch live though.
Yeah, I went to the first and only Creeker Fest. Right
First and only.
like
He goes to
so
do
it'll
it.
say it was a
no,
massive
it's some-
success.
It's basically a huge party that they only announced it like last year was the only year they've done it.
Where was this at?
It was in Champaign.
I had an old coworker that mentioned this to me. His name is Brad. I highly doubt he's listening, but shout out Brad.
Friday and Saturday, I believe. And Friday was like all the no-name artists that were like, okay, yeah,
Kinda local-ish, almost, I
like
think.
we're gonna let you do it because you have some
Because
guy
we
like-
need people.
yeah. And then he came on stage and he was like, all right, like I'm going to keep it pretty chill for this show because I have a show tomorrow and I don't want to.
You don't outdo it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's surprising that they had a lot of the unknown artists play Friday. You'd think that they would have like the big opener so that way it'd get people there. But
See, it was kind of staggered because they had like some artists people knew mixed with people like they didn't know. It was a pretty good balance. I think.
was it all like country rap or was it like more country, more rap? What kind of music are we talking here?
It to a point. Like, it wasn't to Upchurch's caliber at that time.
Okay.
Like, obviously, he's if you think of Upchurch, he's like the quote best.
What? Hip hop?
Just in general, yeah.
Probably at least
unsigned.
He's very well known.
Unsigned
if
like
he's not the
hip hop
best.
rappers.
Okay, fair enough.
In
He's
the
big in
game
like
like
that scene.
Yeah.
Because like when you think of hip hop, you can't not think of Ryan Upchurch.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I get what you're saying now. He's kind of like almost like the poster boy for it.
Yes.
Okay, for sure.
So who are some of your favorite artists then, besides Upchurch, obviously?
Well,
Are you asking in that scene?
No, I'm just asking in general. Like, give me your Mount Rushmore of musicians.
oh god.
Wow, that's a really good analogy, to be honest.
I
I've never heard that.
You guys probably don't know this, but there's a guy named Big Murph.
Big Murph.
Wow. Okay, I don't know who Big
He
Murph
only
is.
makes hits. But you gotta listen to it to figure it out. But he's up there. I mean, I like Five Finger Death Punch. Like, their music's solid. Bad Wolves is another one I'm picking up on. Me and you talked about it at lunch.
Bad Wolves. Okay, so Bad Wolves, I thought I hated them, right? When we bought I thought I hated them because I don't like the song Zombie.
Yeah.
I like their cover way better than the original.
Oh, yeah,
I just hate the original song so much.
But even when their cover kind of dropped, you didn't really like it.
Yeah, I didn't really like their cover of it, so I just automatically assumed, and I could have sworn that I had listened to their music and not liked it. But when we bought those tickets to that concert and
like, I'm
we
gonna
were
give it another
going,
chance.
I was like, I'll give them another chance. And now I probably listen to Bad Wolves once a day. So, and seeing them live makes them even better.
Yeah, he puts on a really, really good live show.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So I'm gonna go back to my Mount Rushmore.
Okay, so that's three so far. So give me your fourth. What's your fourth?
Aaron Lewis. Now, if you're not familiar with Aaron Lewis, he played in the band Stained. He was the lead singer of Stained, and he kind of went off and did his own country thing.
Interesting. Stains, that's not a country
Stain's
band.
kind of like
it's
a 2000s
heavy
rock.
metal rock band.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It was borderline like.
They were big.
Screamo.
They were big around the same time. Like Shinedown was big, correct? Yeah.
They were
around like
kinda,
Shinedown's prime.
They weren't really looked at the same because Shinedown was so popular.
Legendary.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
just kind of pushed under the rug.
Stained was
until-
just. I mean, it sounds like just like an underground group.
Stained is the band that shows up on your Pandora 9 times a day when you listen to rock music. That's who Stained is.
Okay.
So,
But,
but
all
you
their
won't ever
stuff-
hear them like on the radio, really, except for maybe one song.
Yeah, and I mean I've been to 3 or 4 Aaron Lewis concerts, and I can talk about those a little bit more later. But like the way he puts on a concert is just amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
So, would you say
Why?
that?
So good.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like, what makes his concert so good?
So he's another artist that can sing so many genres of music. Like obviously rock. He's covered Prince before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a departure right there.
It's nuts. He sings like every concert. He sings at least 2 of his Stained songs, but he
By himself?
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay, you don't
Yeah,
really see
like-
that a lot.
it's nuts, and everyone is just like, this guy can do it, and he doesn't get that much credit as well because he's not. He was
He's just not
he
known.
was in the past because he was in Stained.
Yeah, he's just known for that. That was his staple, and now he's doing
Mm-hmm.
his thing. Were you like following Stained and everything like as the departure was going, like from him leaving, or do you just know of him later because of country?
No, I just know him because of country.
Really?
Like I appreciate all of his Stained
Stained
songs and stuff, but like when I think of Aaron Lewis, I think of country music.
I always wonder, like, do you think a lot of Stained fans were like upset that he went country? Or do you think a lot of them followed? Did Aaron Lewis himself have fans, or were they more fans of Stained? Do you think?
I think there are more fans of Stained, but like, just the whole like rock community is so supportive of artists break off. And,
Yeah,
for
to be honest, for sure.
So the other example I can think of something like that. I don't know if I doubt you know this actually, but the lead singer of Disturbed, David Draymond, he actually branched off and did a band. I can't remember who else was in it, but I believe it was called Device. I'm sure my dad will shoot me a text message if that's wrong because I know he's listening. But he's the one that sent it to me, and they did one album as Device, and I know one of the songs was with M Shadows, who's the lead singer of Avenged Sevenfold.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fan response was to him breaking off and going with the Vice, because Disturbed was going to be done. They were going to be completely done, and then they came back together, and that's when they started releasing these last like 2 albums.
I think I remember that because I remember like you telling me what was the first one back that wasn't immortalized, was it, or was
that was I believe it was immortalized. Yes.
That was the first one back because I
remember
you being into that album, you and Walker, but like, oh my god,
we're gonna have to cut out this whole shit with the train.
Nah. They couldn't hear it because they couldn't hear something else before.
You guys are talking about this kid on the scooter across the street.
Yeah, they will obviously. Yeah, we could hear that.
I thought you were talking about the noise right now.
No.
I'm like, no, that's definitely a train.
I am fully supportive of this podcast. Like, once you told me it was on YouTube, I went and watched it. Like,
watch both of them.
Fire.
Yes. Hell yeah!
And that's why when you like I mentioned like, oh, you should just be on the podcast and all that. Like the people that from the start have been backing us up and all that. So for real quick, just want to shout out Kobe. Kobe is one of my coworkers and all that. I mentioned that I would shout him out on the podcast because he listened to both episodes as soon as they came out. So shout out to Kobe. But I seriously appreciate all the people who have reached out to us and like told us that this podcast is awesome.
Right.
So
on Spotify we reached 40 plays, which doesn't seem like
did
much.
We really?
Mm-hmm. 40 plays.
That is crazy.
So we still got everything worked out with the podcast too on Spotify. Should we talk about that? You think a little bit?
Sure.
So I got it. Spotify.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, keep in your fucking place, bitch. Fucking Spotify announced that like anybody could upload to Spotify for podcasts and everything now, right? And they said you could do it for artists too, but I really haven't looked into the whole artist thing. But I don't think that ever reached light that like people could upload their own. But personally, I go through DistroKid when I upload my music, and it's been amazing because it's $20 a year and you can upload as much music as you want. But for the podcast, when I was looking into it, yeah, technically you can upload your podcast for free, yeah, but you need this thing called an RSS feed, which you have to go through a partnered company to get. And we decided to go with this company called Libsyn, which honestly was great at first, but something they don't advertise is they advertise like $5 a month. So we were like, cool, that's just what we're going to get. We can upload our podcast once a week, blah, blah, blah. But it's almost like the way the internet is that they have a limited amount of storage. And one podcast takes up all the storage you have for the month. So if you do that like simple plan, you can only upload one podcast a month, right, which is the dumbest thing ever.
I can't imagine a successful podcast that uploads all the Misfits podcast.
True.
Yeah, there's no way.
No, but we could. With the way we want to do this, one podcast a month isn't going to work.
Exactly, and the way we've been kind of just been recording them, to be honest, is just not going to work. And I was just really frustrated at that point. But when I looked more into it, this one does offer like a $15 a month one that was like lets us upload up to 5 a month. But every other company I've looked into that seems okay is at least like $20-$25 a month to get even less, which I was like, not even worth looking.
And even though this is a hobby, we don't mind, the $15 a month. Just like
it's just
honestly
wasn't advertised to us.
It's just us having fun. That's really what this whole podcast is. So
yeah. Also,
shout out to all the support. Thank you guys.
A couple of things I want to talk about too in recent news. And since we're talking about underground music, I actually wasn't even going to mention this, but since we're talking about underground music, there's a rapper named Info Gates who actually just passed away today. And he was big with Strange Music.
Really?
He was going to get signed. Hopefully, that's what the fans wanted to.
Wow.
Yeah, he was going to get signed. He was big with Murs, everything like that. And I just saw it on a fan page today that Info Gates passed away. And I was like, damn. And
how did he pass?
I don't know. I doubt it was anything but drugs because... But I don't know. I don't even know Info Gates music that well. But it sucks because like I was like, damn. I was like, nobody's going to be posting about this one because he just does not have that big of a following.
Yeah.
You know
right.
I mean?
He's not, God rest his soul, but he's not like Juice WRLD. He's not X where people are going to, like the whole world knows about it.
People still post about him.
Yeah, for sure. So, but may he rest in peace. Yes. Hopefully he's in a better place.
Yeah. Speaking of which, though, do we want to talk about Kobe Bryant?
Well, okay, so obviously we brought up Kobe Bryant in the podcast we have with Jordan, but again, it was tragic when I found out about it. So just like seeing the post originally or seeing the news article and being like, wow, this is crazy. People had started messaging me before I found out about it, and my other coworker Derek just texted me and was like, I can't believe this can't be real right now.
Yeah, it's insane.
And just like when more stuff came about it, and you find out that his daughter's with him and all that, and it's just like, and the whole world, like it's not even just the United States, the whole world is like
What
shook
the fuck?
by it.
Yeah,
Like,
out
it's
of
crazy.
a helicopter crash. Because you see these rappers die from OD and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
and
you're like, okay,
Right.
that's kind of typical.
Yeah,
You know,
you
if
kinda like-
if you sing about that stuff, like
it's kind of like it's like not shocking, but it's also like kind of like you kind of did it to yourself. There's an argument for that. You know what I mean? Like there's a big thing that like like you just kind of let it get to your head. You thought you were invincible, blah blah blah. But with Kobe Bryant, it was a helicopter crash, which is just like damn out
so
of his fucking
unexpected.
control.
Not yet. You're in zero control.
I don't know if this is true or not. My cousin was telling me this yesterday. When the firefighters and all that got to the crash, they saw them, and Kobe Bryant was hugging his daughter.
Damn,
Like
really?
that's
wild.
That's
I mean,
how-
yeah.
That's really cinematic though. So it's like,
I mean,
Yeah.
but it's
Believe
not
what you will,
unbelievable.
It's
but, like-
neither here nor there. At the end of the day and all that, he was with his daughter. Whether he was
Yeah.
hugging
Yeah.
her or not, he was still with her.
yeah.
It's-
I mean, believe it or not, like that's just another thing that like he was such a family man,
Yeah,
sure.
as well as just this national
Like,
world
icon.
phenomenon.
yeah. I like the idea. I don't even know if it's true or not, but I keep seeing images for it of them changing that NBA logo.
Get out of my
I-
head.
There
I
you
was
talking
just
about?
about to ask.
I
I
think
wish
that's
they
a
would
really
do
good
that.
idea.
Absolutely.
And I was like, it's such. Cause I don't. Was it a specific person in the
Yes.
logo?
Yes,
I
it
don't
was.
remember his name, but he has gone on record to say that it shouldn't be him any longer. He doesn't want to be the logo anymore. Like he hasn't said that like now because I don't know what you know.
Right. This is
I don't.
anything
I don't
more
remember
for
who
more
he is.
reason for that.
This
yeah.
is like even more reason. But he has gone on record in the past saying that he thinks it should be somebody else, and whatnot. I mean, let alone the fact like the sad story of him passing and whatnot. Like he will always be forever
Yeah,
one of the
he's
best
the
basketball
mama.
players
Yeah.
that's ever
Like,
played the
you
game.
I don't watch basketball or sports at all, and I know who Kobe Bryant is.
There's a reason that every time anybody throws anything towards a target, they yell Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah. So So it's sad stuff.
Yeah.
So-
I just thought that was worth mentioning. But also another like recent news. They had this. So there used to be this rap show called Rap City, which took place in an underground, like it was a basement type thing. It was supposed to be for freestyles. They had everybody from Eminem, D12, like DMX, all those kind of rappers. It kind of died off before like the new age scene, and it was hosted by this guy named Big Tigga, and he brought it back in rap battles. He was kind of doing like a Rap City reunion thing, and there was this white rapper, big ginger guy, to be honest, big ginger beard. He was a man's man.
It's like
He
times 50.
he was battling this black rapper, and in his freestyle, he started to rap about how unfair it was that white people couldn't say the N-word, and then decided to drop the N-word, and the black guy proceeded to punch him in the face. And I was
Rightfully
like,
so.
God fucking damn it, bro. Give me that tissue, bro.
Dude, your nose is bleeding
I
now.
was just fucking talking about it. I could feel it coming out, too.
I just looked over and saw it.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking
Wow.
ODing.
All right.
All right, so...
So, okay.
I'm
Here's the
fucking
thing.
dealing with my
If you-
goddamn nosebleed.
I don't care what your reasoning is behind it. If you choose to use that word, whether it's to make a point, as a racial slur, whatever, and you get punched in the face,
That's
what can you
justified.
do but blame yourself?
I agree. Don't look at me. I'm busy.
Are you crying now? What are you doing over
No, man,
there?
there's just so much fucking blood.
Yeah, it's
That is a lot of blood.
You should have seen
Do
it.
I need to take you to the hospital?
No, I have lost like a decent amount of blood because this is probably like my fifth time in like the past 3 days.
If you're gonna die, just clock out first, please.
No, clock in.
Jesus, man, you.
I know, dude. This happened. This has not happened to me since sophomore year of fucking high school, and then I was like, oh, cool. Like maybe I just outgrew it.
Is that when you stopped snorting coke?
Yeah, dude. Oh god.
I've never stopped.
I've never stopped. So Tyler, you said you want to bring up something about deja vu. On the podcast.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
so
right.
go ahead.
If you've heard this, if you heard this, I'm not surprised. But if you haven't heard this, I just want to hear your reactions. All right.
Okay.
So you know when you're dying.
Is okay. Light at the end
You
of the
know,
tunnel.
you
Yeah,
know
you
when
already-
you're
you already
dying.
know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know what this is.
Light
But
in
please
the tunnel,
explain
You're
it.
being born into another.
Oh, like reincarnation.
Right.
You're
so
being born into another into another life, and then when you get the sense of deja vu, that's stuff from your past life, like the life you just lived.
So basically, the light at the end of the tunnel that people like claim they see when they die is you coming out of
A womb.
the vagina.
God, fuck, damn it. Oh.
So that's what the light at the end of the tunnel is. It's you entering into the new world that you're about to be in, which is the same world we live in, but it's almost like
you're just a completely different person.
exactly.
Horrid thing,
And
right.
then when you get that sense of deja vu, it's like, hey, I've been here before. You just can't connect it from your last life that you.
It's that idea of I am everything and everything is I. So every life that you see is every life that you have lived, whether it's now or in the past. But like that's because time is quote unquote relative. So like 50 years from now isn't really in the future. It's happening at the same time as right now. This is a whole process over here watching you. Oh my god, why? You have so much blood coming out.
To be honest, dude, this is actually not a lot, to be honest, from what it's come out before.
Ben, it's coming out the other nostril.
No way,
It's
really?
not. He just dabbed it over.
He just dabbed it over there?
Yeah.
Dabbing on the haters? Okay.
Go on.
So just the theory is essentially that when you die, you, rather than going to the afterlife or some sorts, you live just another life. Not one in the future or past, but just another. And every event in history is happening right now, and time is just relative. It's just another version of yourself. So basically when you die, it's not like, oh, if I die today, it's not like I'm going to be reborn as somebody today. I could be reborn as somebody 50 years ago, 50 years from now.
So it's different than reincarnation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's basically, have you listened to Logic's album, everybody?
Yeah.
Have you listened to it all the way through?
I listened to it with you.
So, the whole thing?
I know what you're referring to.
Gotcha. Yeah. So that idea of like, when he's sitting there explaining like, so I'm Jesus, and he's like, yes. So I'm Hitler, yes. Like, you're every life that's ever been lived.
Dope.
So that's the theory. It sounds batshit insane to me.
Yeah, my only thing with all that shit, like, did you have a point to this? Is this something you want to bring up?
No, it's just something that like, if you think about that, like, and if you believe that, cool. Or if you don't believe, that's whatever. But like, if that's something you're passionate about, and you like believe in a lot, that just throws a wrench in everything everyone else thinks.
Oh, you're talking about like religion?
How do you think the world would be affected if we had a definitive answer to what happened after death?
Exactly.
Like what changes in the world? Like, do all religions come together? Does war start? What? Because there's no way your reality doesn't become shattered once you have a definitive answer, unless your answer that you already have is like.
Is that
if Christians find out that there is a heaven and hell, their reality doesn't become shattered because it's what they believe in already. But like, if you go your whole life assuming heaven, hell, like whatever, and you find out that reincarnation is a thing, how does that not just shatter your whole reality?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't believe in everybody's everybody type thing. I think it's a cool idea, and I think it's like a good concept for like a movie or something. But, I mean, I also don't really believe in any religion. I like the idea of all religions are right. Because I think that is like the only way really to make world peace.
Yeah.
Because why can't there be multiple heavens and multiple hells?
Sure.
Multiple gods.
Different depictions of them
multiple
too.
Jesuses. But my thing is like, and I hate to sound like a Debbie Downer with this, but like everybody is organic. And it's just lights out. Because here's the thing. If there was something after death, wouldn't there be something before life?
Wow. Would you remember it?
I said that's a good point. But like, my thing is like, humans were never supposed to get this far.
You think so?
I think so. Because here's the thing, like, the idea that we're even recording this podcast right now is kind of mind-blowing.
See, I disagree. I truly believe that human beings are the end-all, be-all, apex of this planet. You know, whether there's life on other planets, other universes, whatever. Like, ignore all that. But as far as planet Earth goes, human beings, to me, are, like, the top predator. Like, we were always supposed to make it this far and further. Until, that's why it will never be, I don't ever believe that it will be a natural occurrence that humans will wipe out. It will always be humans
life
killing
will
humans.
always find a way. I don't know about specifically humans, but life will find a way.
I don't know about that. But
So,
what I'm
Tristan,
trying
if I go to everybody's house and shoot everybody, and then shoot myself, no more humans.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I was
But
making a joke.
so, like, I truly believe that we are put here for a reason. Like, we are doing what we're doing for some sort of purpose. But
you think so?
it will never be, well, whether that's
Yeah.
God or whether that's natural human purpose or whatever, fate, whatever you want to call it. I believe that everybody has to need something like that.
For sure.
You know,
I guess,
it could
but-
be something as big as God's plan, all the way down to something as simple as a daily routine. You need something to continue going. Otherwise, what's the point?
I mean, that's just a reason to live, though. You know
Sure,
what I mean?
right. But is that not what religion is?
No. Not my